Alright, it's been again a while since I made a arcade related video, and I wanted to kind of show you guys something I've searched for quite some time. This is a dedicated Street Fighter II Champion Edition Capcom Big Blue cabinet. These are very rare. You'll see them from time to time with a flat front down there, kind of like the MK2 and 3, the way it's got a double layered. The original Street Fighter had a flat front and a 2 coin door slot, one on top of the other and under over, where this one's got the 4 in a row right there. This is like I said, a very tough cabinet to find. First of all, to find one, and then second of all, to find one in nice condition. This one's a little beat up, but I paid $50 for this cabinet. It has a working monitor and it has a working Marvel vs. Capcom board. So right there, I'm already in the green. As you can see, I've kind of started to take it apart a little bit. I took the bezel out and the glass. I took the back panel off. It's over there. But I just wanted to show you guys this cabinet and what makes it such a rare cabinet. Back when Street Fighter II came out, Street Fighter II, before it was Champion Edition, was World Warrior. And they had like the 8 characters. And it came in a cabinet similar to this. Almost exactly the same, but the speakers are these black squares right here, opposed to being recessed in the cabinet. This is a much nicer cabinet. So a lot of people, when they upgraded to Champion Edition, they didn't buy this cabinet because it was really expensive. And I guess Capcom just decided to release it as a kit. So they changed out the 3 ROMs, 21, 22, and 23, if I believe, if I'm correct, that's what it is. And the operators didn't buy these cabinets. So the guys that bought them and kept them in decent shape like this one is, they're fairly rare to find. So I've been looking for one for about 4 years, and I've seen some here and there on eBay and at auctions and stuff, and for what they want shipped, it's just not worth it. So I found this one locally from an operator that I deal with here and there, and he had it kind of in the back of a warehouse of all these driving games, and I kind of saw the peaks and I knew what it was. So I pretty much told him, you know, what do you want? And he just asked me, you know, what do you think it's worth? And I said $50, and he said take it out of here, and took it home today. It's a lot different than what I've been working on for a while, which is the Mortal Kombat. So you can see it's got that degree of angle at the top. Internally, really nothing in here. I mean, there's a power supply. I can tell that's not original because somebody cut 2x4s right here and mounted a power supply on top. All the wire harnesses look original. Capcom versus like the Midway stuff, they used all these little wire tie looms and all these different color wires into a smaller JAMA harness connector, the edge connector. So I'm not really familiar with what all this stuff is, but it's got the original warranty information card from Capcom. Here's an extra kick harness. I'll just leave that stuff in there and kind of mess with it. Isolation transformers right here. I don't know the wiring scheme of this cabinet at all. And like I said, I don't think this is the original because I don't think they'd build it up on 2x4s, but it's all rusty in here. You know, we got some separation here on some of the cabinets, you can see. So I'm going to go through this and fix it and turn it back into a dedicated Street Fighter II. I'll pull out my phone here and I'll show you what a dedicated Street Fighter II Champion Edition cabinet looks like. There was one on eBay quite some time ago. Let's see if I can find it in here. Alright, so find it. Can never seem to find what I'm looking for on these phones. Okay, here's a dedicated Street Fighter II Champion Edition cabinet. It's not the right picture. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. I don't know if you can make that out or not on my phone, but you can see it's the same cabinet. It's a pretty cool looking cabinet, so I'm going to transform this back into what it should be, which is that. It's going to take some work to do that, as you can see. The sides in the cabinet are fairly in nice shape. There's a few little holes and pock marks in this laminate cover here. I'm not sure if that scratches off. It looks like it does. But a couple of scratch marks here. I can try to color match this paint with some kind of paint. You know, the T-molding is all jacked up. Obviously not Marvel vs. Capcom. I took the bezel off like I showed you before. This is like a cardboard bezel. Then it has a wooden one that was cracked in half that I'm repairing in the other garage. And then it's got this other cardboard bezel here. So I got to kind of figure out what's the best layout here to make it look like it fits nice. It does fit nice. The control panel is similar to a Mortal Kombat one, the way it flips up and it's got these chains to hold it on. 6 buttons on each side, player 1, player 2, you know, the joystick, all that good stuff. I'm just not sure what game was in here. It's got a weird button layout that is not familiar to Street Fighter to me. It's got the 6 buttons on each side, but there's all these auxiliary buttons up here and here. So once I get this laminate cover off the top and pull all the buttons off, I'll be able to see what game this really was for. Or, you know, maybe they drilled these extra holes, I really don't know. But all original wire harnesses, which is pretty cool. They hacked up the kick harness pretty good with all this tape and shit. Here's the kick harness right here. This is the adapter that goes into the board. I tested the board on my JAMA harness, or my JAMA test bench over there, and it works. So I'll probably sell that. But, you know, it needs a lot of work up in here. I'm going to have to fill all this in, you know, and sand it down. But this is all like this black laminate covering. As you can see, it kind of snaps off. So I'm not really sure how to fix that. I might just tear it all off and paint it, sand it down real nice and paint it black. That way I don't have to deal with this cracking anymore. You can kind of see it just kind of chips off. It's got this stupid security latch bar here that I'll have to remove. It's got some kind of Capcom original kick plates down here. I don't know if those are original, but some of the stuff says Capcom, but it matches this here. So I'll probably just take all this off, or take it off piece by piece and see what's under there. If that black, blue laminate is gone, I'll probably keep it on there and just maybe try to color match it with a blue strip. Again, I'm not familiar with how the coin door works or any of the mechanisms because I've never had one of these before, but you can kind of see under here. Looks to me in good shape. Got the classic gum that people put under here. So I don't really know what else to say about it. This is going to be quite a project because I'm gonna transform it back into the original condition. But I wanted to show you guys where I'm starting from. And eventually when I do get some parts in and some artwork and a board and some of that stuff, and I get the monitor up and running and kind of cleaned up, I'll make another video kind of showing where it is. But I've been looking for one of these for about 4 years since I started collecting the Mortal Kombat stuff, and they're, like I said, extremely rare to find, not all hacked up. Not to say this one's in mint condition, but after I'm done with it, it should look pretty nice. So dedicated Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, that's what this is going to be turned into, back into its factory form from Capcom. That's about it. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.